Hi guys, I hope you guys are having a good week. I am actually out of town on a trip, and if you don't know, usually I travel to do seminars, all-day classes, or if I'm exhibiting at a conference for one of my businesses or my companies. And I left home yesterday really late night. I got here around midnight. I'm at an Airbnb. And on this video today, I actually want to talk about the guilt. I don't know if you own a business, you might know what I'm talking about, but I feel like I'm always hunted with this guilt of being a business owner and doing what it takes and being a mother and juggling the life of a wife and a mother and owning a business. In my case, owning two businesses. And actually sometimes I feel like I have three businesses, because if I add my speaking gig as another business, I travel so much for that it could might as well be a separate business. So on my video today, I just want to kind of talk with you guys a little bit about this struggle that I've had for several years, ever since I actually had kids. So if you want to just hear me ramble, just stay with me a little more. If you just came across this video and don't follow me on my YouTube channel, my name is Barbara Fernandez. I'm actually a speech language pathologist. I own a couple businesses in the special education arena, speech pathology arena. I also do presentations on the speech pathology, special education realm. I travel doing presentations at various conferences, like state conferences and national conferences. And I also go sometimes to have my own workshop at a various states or in a different country. So thank you so much for joining me. And today's video is a little bit different than what I have been doing lately, which has been a lot more informative than this self-rambling discussing. And today I want to talk more about my life as an entrepreneur and my struggles and my guilt that I have as a wife and a mother, and just keeping up with being a woman and having all these responsibilities and things that society puts at us just to juggle. I have major guilt when I leave my kids. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 2-year-old, Victor and Alice, and I've been married for over 10 years now. In the beginning, before I had kids, my husband used to go with me to most of the conferences. He would help me set up, help me be at the booth and talk to the customers. These days, because my son's in school, when my son was actually young, my son used to come with me to conferences. It was really cute. It was really nice to have him around. And my husband would sometimes stay with him at the hotel, but I'd be able to see my kid and my family every day at night. Now that my kid's school age, we actually have a second one, not only gets more expensive to travel, all 4 of us, but I would have to take my kid from school to go with me on these conferences, which makes it very hard. I don't know, my husband and I talk about this a lot, about the Catholic guilt. I was raised in a Catholic family, and I think that could be the source of my guilt. Obviously, I will never know if this is the source of my guilt, but I feel super guilty. Isn't that crazy? So I'm actually, every time I travel for work, I feel like I'm not being as good of a mom as I could be. And I think part of this, if you own a business, you might know what I'm talking about. Owning a business is, sometimes, and I'm gonna generalize here, I know that sometimes people have jobs, you're 8 to 9, and not 8 to 9, nobody has a 1-hour job, but 8 to 4, 9 to 5 job. A lot of people are able to clock out when they leave the work. If they get to work more, sometimes they get paid extra, right? I don't want to be talking about all the benefits necessarily of me owning my businesses. I'm celebrating now 90 years that I've had Smarty ears, and it's so cool. Not only to have started the business, but to actually have been able to keep up with the technology throughout the years. I've seen a lot of other people who started with me making apps for the iPad are no longer available today, are no longer doing things through app. But anyways, let me try to focus here. So people have small businesses. Like, I'm still very small. We almost do everything for our business. The responsibilities are spread so thin that there are days that I am working. You know, I've been waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm an early riser. And I wake up and I work before my kids are up. Then I got my kid ready to go to school at 7. There are days, however, that, you know, I tell my husband to get my kids ready, pick him up from school, and do all the other things. Some days there are crises on the business, right? That I hardly get to see my kids even though we are in the same place. I have to lock myself in a room and just get things done. So for example, last week, I was finishing up a grant and I really needed to get things done. So either I'll go somewhere to an office somewhere outside of my home, or I lock myself in a room and I just tell my husband to not get my kids. So there's that guilt that already being home and having to be away from them more than I want. Absolutely adore my kids. I'm one of those people who didn't think that I was actually wanting to have kids. But it really transformed me. And I transformed me so much that I do struggle to juggle being a mother, you know, all these stuff that you go on Pinterest to see all these moms that have time to make cute lunches for their kids and do all these other stuff. I don't have time for that. This is a longer trip than what I usually take. I haven't even been away from them for 24 hours. And here I am doing a video about how guilty I feel that I'm not with my kids. So if you are on my shoes, just give me a comment here. Just tell me I'm not alone. And you know, this is the other thing. I do have tons of great friends. And I know some of you will message and comment that I'm doing a good job, right? But it doesn't matter how much people tell me that I'm doing okay. I still feel guilty leaving my kids behind to work. It could be something that I have to work on. Maybe as my kids get older, this feeling of guilt will be better, will feel a little better. Maybe they're just too young. I feel like they need me, and my son gets so grumpy when I'm not around. John, my husband, he messages me, you know, when you're away, it's the self-esteem kick that my son gives him. Like, I don't like you, Daddy. I don't like Mommy. You know, he misses me. And I'm getting choked up just thinking about this, but I can't wait to be back. The struggle is real. In all of that, I would not trade my life for anything else because I'm doing what I absolutely love every day. So this was my rant for this week. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me again. If you're just tuning in to my YouTube channel, if you want to just hear more from me, please subscribe to my channel. If you're seeing this video on Facebook, you can click on the link below, be redirected to my YouTube channel so that you can sign into, or actually sign up, or actually subscribe. I'm not sure. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back next time. Bye.